Was that cool or what? I gotta see how that looks in editing, because the thought of it sounded cool, but does it look cool? You know what I mean? So I gotta see what that's all about. What's going on, y'all? We are back with another video. Today's a very special video. Today, we doing the 10K Q&A. That rhymed. How do I do it? You might be asking, or you might not be. It is what it is. But before we even dive deeper into the Q&A, I want to do some cleansing. I'm gonna hit this incense real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna light this up. I'm gonna cleanse the area real quick before we get into it. I love my incense, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and cleanse y'all real quick. Cleanse the room, because that's just what we do. That's what we do around here, y'all. Making sure everything is cool, copacetic, all that. So while I do this, I just wanted to quickly say thank you so much to every single one of y'all that has been a part of this journey, whether you're, you know what I'm saying, a long time supporter or you're just now supporting. It don't even matter. I just appreciate y'all for being here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. Thank y'all so much. I truly didn't think that we would hit 10K as fast as we did. I know, like, last year I was like, hopefully at the end of the year I hit 10K. We didn't hit 10K, which is cool. That's all right. I'm not really tripping on that anymore. That was a mindset that I had to get over. Like, I had to get over myself. A lot of last year was a lot of inner work. You know what I'm saying? I had to do some inner work within myself to understand, like, dude, just enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. I've been doing this for quite some time now, so why would I feel like I'm lacking behind? You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, I do have imposter syndrome here and there. I be having that. I be having that, but it's a lot of y'all that will remind me why I keep going, why I do this. You know what I'm saying? Golly, that. Let me put this down real quick. Hold on. A lot of y'all have explained to me many times how this content has, you know, made you feel better in many ways, how it helped you get through some tough times. That means the world to me, bro. 10K, like, that's cool, like, those are numbers to me, but hearing how much this content has helped many people, that's what matters the most to me, bro. And that's something I had to, like, take a step back and understand. Look at all the good that comes out of making these videos. It don't matter how many you could have. 1, 2, 3, 10 subs. You could have 0 subs, bro. And honestly, if you're making videos for the love of the game and you're not trying to, like, go for numbers, the process is so good, bro. It's so fun, bro. It's so fun. I enjoy making videos. I enjoy recording. I enjoy editing. The whole process of all of it is just so beautiful to me, man. It's so beautiful. It's a creative outlet for myself as well. It's like therapy, bro. If I'm not creating, I feel useless. I feel like I'm not working towards something bigger and better. I feel like once I'm in my creative element, I'm my full self. Like, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could do anything when I'm in my creative mode. But when I'm not creating, that's when it's like, what am I doing? You feel me? I do a lot of yapping. A lot of y'all enjoy the yaps, so I'm not changing the yaps, bro. It took me a long time to be this vocal. I used to be a very quiet kid. Being able to just yap my ass off on cam and just be my unapologetically self, you feel me? I think it's truly a blessing. The best exposure therapy I could ever ask for. So with that being said, I have the questions on my phone here just for, you know, people who don't want their names to be put out there for real. I'm not gonna say your username or anything like that. I'm just gonna read the question and I'm just gonna answer the question. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep you anonymous. I understand not everybody want their, you feel me? They don't want their names out there like that. I get it. So I'm gonna keep these questions anonymous for the time being. First question, what are your favorite things to do outside of gaming and content creating? Or what's one place in the world you'd love to visit and why? Okay, I'm gonna answer both those questions. What's your favorite thing to do outside of gaming and content creating? Honestly, my favorite thing to do outside of gaming and content creating is reading. I've been getting deep into the reading. I draw a lot. I'm trying to get into, like, more hobbies, you feel me? I do some skating. I do enjoy that. I've been trying to do more walks. I'm on, like, a little fitness journey right now. I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, get my body right and just, you know, protect my health. That's all I'm trying to do, bro. Just trying to maintain the health and make sure I live a healthy life. You know what I'm saying? I do enjoy my life. I do enjoy the health that I'm in right now, and I want to maintain that. I want to maintain that throughout my life, however long I'm here on this earth, bro. Some other stuff I like to do, I like the bed ride, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I do enjoy some good bed riding sessions. People be talking down on bed riding. Like, I get it. Bed riding, it can get to a point where it's like detrimental, where it's like it's bad for you. But I know how to bed ride and, you know, manage that as well. Like, okay, this is too much bed ride. Let me get up and move around a little bit. But a good bed riding session, that's the T right there. That's definitely T. I'm not too much of an active person outside of this, like content creator. This is like my domain for real though. Like, if anything, I'm trying to figure out how to do some better edits. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing my research on a lot of stuff to make sure that the quality of what I make is good. It's enjoyable for the viewer, yourselves. I'm always at YouTube University, making sure like, okay, how do I do this, that, and the third, you feel me? Hey, I apply it to the next video. I don't know if many people have even realized this, but I'm going to, you know, I'm gonna say this for this video. There's a lot of videos that I have scrapped. I have scrapped because I didn't enjoy it. I didn't like the way it turned out. That was like way back. You really have to just lay it out there. Lay it out there, and once you look at your video again, you're like, okay, yeah, I could do better next video. Do it better in the next video. Apply whatever you learned in this video, apply it to the next video. That's how you keep leveling up. Your failures will never be losses, bro. Like, your failures are lessons, and those lessons are the lessons you will apply throughout your entire life. I'm not even just talking about YouTube. I'm talking about real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether you think you're a failure in life, you ain't never a failure. You take an L, that's never an L. You could turn that L into a lesson. It all depends on how you view it. You got to view it in a certain way. Okay, we kind of went on a tangent a little bit there, but what's one place in the world you'd love to visit and why? The one place I'd love to visit would probably be Japan. Kinda cliche to say. I feel like a lot of people say Japan. Honestly, if I could go to any other country besides the US, I currently live in the US, for anybody who doesn't know that yet. But I currently live in the US. So if I could, you know, if I'm able to leave the country and go visit somewhere else, anywhere that, you know, accepts me for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, that type of deal. If you accept me for me, I'll be glad to come and visit. Ever since I was younger, I always wanted to go to Japan. I used to be a huge anime head. I still am a huge anime head, bro. I was an anime head when it was very much looked down upon, and people were like bullying you for liking anime and all this stuff like that. Bro, I used to have like I used to be hooked on manga. Before Barnes and Nobles, there was a place called Borders. If you know, you know. Borders was what Barnes and Noble is today. Borders was the original Barnes and Noble. It was the original. I used to be at Borders like after school. My mom used to take us after school every time, and I would literally be like, oh yeah, I need to go to the manga section right now. I remember when I picked up my first manga, it was a Dragon Ball, not even Z, before Dragon Ball. And I remember I was opening the pages, and there was if you read like the OG Dragon Ball mangas, you know how raunchy it was. It got raunchy. I swear to God, bro. I used to be in like, what? I think it was like first, second grade reading Dragon Ball manga. And it got to a part where it was like, Bulma was like, I think she was like naked, or no, she was sleeping and she had no pants on, and Goku literally slipped off her underwear. Bro, I swear, first, second grade, I remember I was blown away. I was like, what? I really enjoy manga. I really enjoy animes. I want to like really dive deep into Japan. I want to learn Japanese. I want to like anything that has something to do with the history of Japan. I was so interested in it. If I ever had a chance to go to Japan, I feel like I would be in heaven, honestly. And during the season of the cherry blossoms too, I feel like I would be in heaven. You know what I'm saying? Like it's calling my name, and it's something that I deeply want to do. If I ever do IRL content and I'm going to Japan, that will literally be the first time I'll ever do a vlog. It's gotta be the Japan vlog. Number one IRL vlog, the first one on this channel. It's gotta be a Japan vlog. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You think I'm playing? That's not even the full, it's not even the full stack. You know what I'm saying? But I really do. These are like my favorite chapters of Naruto. We got this one, like, come on, bro. Like, we going through it. I even got hold up. Do y'all know about these? Oh! I even got these joints. These not even canon for real. These not even canon, but they're good stories. I got JJK0, like, and it goes on and on, man. Like, it goes on and on. I really do live this life. I might not look it, or I might look it. I don't know, but I really do live that life, man. It's something that my inner child will not let go. I'll never let this go because that's me. That's me. And seeing that a lot of people now are getting into anime and manga, it's cool. It's so cool. I know people like to gatekeep and say like, oh, well, you weren't there when we were getting bullied. Like, I get it. Like, I understand. I was one of the victims. I was one of the victims getting bullied. But it's so cool seeing how manga and anime is like, so it's like, it's influencing a lot. It's influencing a lot of things in society. And I just like to sit back and just, dang, look how far we came. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just one of those type of people, bro. Okay, I could tell already this is gonna be a long video the way I'm like answering these questions. Hold on. Huge congrats. Can't wait to see you at 1 mil. What's your favorite game you've played on the channel so far? Ooh, I do have a couple. I ain't gonna lie, I got a couple, but the #1 game that has really, you know what I'm saying, like changed my brain chemistry for real, probably Last of Us 2. Last of Us 2 or Life is Strange 2. Life is Strange 2 was probably the first one, then The Last of Us 2. But yeah, you know what? No, I'm gonna say Life is Strange 2. Life is Strange 2 really changed my way of thinking. It's one of my favorite games of all time. One of my favorite playthroughs. I really put myself in Sean's shoes because I am an older brother too, and I looked at Daniel as my little brother, you know what I'm saying? So, and bro, my brother and Daniel are literally like, they're one of one. So it was kind of scary playing that game. I'm like, dude, this is my broski, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's definitely between The Last of Us 2 and Life is Strange 2 for sure. This person said, what video game character do you relate to the most? Can be from something you played on the channel or otherwise. I'm gonna like rewind a little bit, go back to Life is Strange 2. I think that I am very, very much like Sean, but I'm also gonna say too, I feel like I'm very, very much like, we played on Omori as well. I feel like I'm very, very much like Hero. I truly believe that. I truly, truly do. Because if I had Sean and Hero in one room, like that's the perfect rotation. I ain't gonna lie to you, that's the perfect rotation right there. But I think that the selflessness between Hero and Sean, it defines me so well, bro. It really does. Being selfless has helped me so many times, but it also has like knocked me down a couple times as well. But I feel like if I'm not selfless, I wouldn't be me for real. Being selfless is just a part of me. I just have to do a better job of knowing when to be selfless and when not to be selfless. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta manage it a little bit better. But I will say that yes, Hero and Sean are two of the people that I feel like I can relate to the most. This person said, woohoo, congrats. This is a wholeheartedly deserved milestone. Hopefully the first of many. The community and channel you've built are genuinely such a gem. You deserve every bit of the recognition. Question, did you always want to get into content creation? If so, what gave you the push to actually start making videos? And do you have any pets or hope to have one someday? Also, what are some animals or critters you think are cool? Okay, it's a lot to unpack here, but I'm gonna answer every single one of those questions. Did you always want to get into content creation? No. No, I didn't. I was kind of like dibbling dabbling in it a little bit, like throughout high school. Before that, I wanted to be an athlete. I wanted to be a track runner. I wanted to be a part of the Olympics. Like I was like deep in, bro. Or if I didn't become an Olympian, you know, as you could tell, I'm not an Olympian. If that didn't work out, I wanted to also be a chef. I love to cook. I love it. Bro, I took a culinary class in high school, fell in love with cooking. I was like, bro, but that didn't work out either. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff that I thought was for me that wasn't really for me. The thing with sports is sports also comes with injuries. I got injured, had a really bad hip injury. There's a muscle that's like connected to your hip bone. It was most definitely my fault because I didn't do proper stretching before my race. It like tore itself off. I couldn't move my leg. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't walk.
Damn, son.
I was over here hobbling on one leg and I fell over, and I remember I was like crying my eyes out. My mom hopped the fence to come and check on me and stuff like it was a whole thing, bro. It was a whole thing. I'm cool now. Like I went through, you know, the surgery, rehab. I have like this weird walk. You can't really tell, but like I do a really good job to like mask it. but it's still there. I have like a little limp that I got going, but it's cool though, it's cool. I had to take something away from sports though. It was definitely everything to me. It hurt me that I couldn't achieve a goal that I was so, you know, tunnel vision about, because I thought this was like gonna be my life. In high school, you think like, oh yeah, this is what it's gonna be. I'm gonna be this, and this is my career for the rest of my life. But then life happens, and it's like, you know, you got different paths, you veering off a little bit, and life takes you down a different journey. So I would say like after I graduated high school, I got deep into something else, which was video editing. I really did enjoy the process of video editing. I enjoyed the creativity of it all. Bro, I literally went through so much when it came to video editing, man. Oh my gosh. I went to college for it for a little bit. I was like too good at it to the point where my teacher was like, are you sure you should be in this class or this stuff? I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's why I'm here. You know, I'm trying to learn some more. But then it got to a point where I just started learning too much. I would go on YouTube and just start looking up tips and tricks on editing. And I used to like make skits on the other channel. I like unlisted those skits, but I made like, bro, one day we got to sit down and I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all those videos because I was deep in, bro. I was deep in. I was like making funny skits with some homies. We were like 18 or whatever. It's cool to look back on those days like, damn, like you didn't lose that drive. I never did. I never lost that drive. Maybe I stopped doing skits, but I was always determined. I always had discipline. And I think that's something that came out of sports as well that I kept, was the discipline of it all. You aren't gonna see that, well, me personally, I didn't see any type of results in videos I was making when I was, you know what I'm saying, coming up throughout high school. When I was making the skits, like nobody was watching the stuff for real. We didn't even make 10K sub, like literally the other channel, I literally hit 10K on that other channel like 2 years. I think it was like 2023. We hit like 10K on that channel. Bro, I had that first channel for like 13 years, like on and off. I was making content on that channel on and off. So I wasn't really growing for real, but like once I put my mind to it, stayed disciplined, started making like the manga readings and like the anime reactions and stuff like that, that's when it started to, you know what I'm saying, started to pop. I was really enjoying that. People were enjoying the reactions and stuff. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm liking this, the people liking this, let me go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, keep doing it. All good things do come to an end at some point. And I was like, dude, I really want to play games. Like, I was so used to just playing Call of Duty. That's what I was really trying to make some content on, was like Call of Duty videos. Bro, I was making like class setup videos, all this stuff. Like, but the Call of Duty community is so saturated. So I wasn't getting no views. Nobody's gonna look at a random person with no subscribers, no views and stuff like that and be like, oh yeah, I need to check out their video because they might have a good class. Like, and the whole time I was just copying other people's classes.
Damn, son.
Bro, I'm sitting there like looking up Allier videos. If you know about Allier, them Allier class setup videos. Bro, I used to be on that. I used to be on that for real, bro. And by any means, any way that I could like, you know, further my editing skills by recording videos and then sitting in Windows Movie Maker. Windows Movie Maker. If you know about Windows Movie Maker, you know how limited that is, bro. Like literally, I didn't have no Adobe Premiere, none of that stuff, bro. None of that expensive stuff. Windows Movie Maker was free. I could use it at the computer lab at my school. If I didn't want to go home or if I didn't have practice or whatever, I would usually just go to the computer lab and just practice. That's all I used to do, bro. I used to just practice all the time. I wouldn't go home until like, you know what I'm saying, it got late and they were telling me like, yo, you've been here a little too long. You might, you know what I'm saying, get out of here. You feel me? So it's just one of them things, man. Life just be taking you like different paths. So that's that. Do you have any pets or hope to have one someday? Also, what are some cool animals or critters you think are cool? So I currently do have a pet. It's not my pet specifically, but it is my mom's dog. But that's my bro for real. That's little bro. You know what I'm saying? His name is Rio. Shout out to Rio. He is a Maltese dog. That's my little guy, man. I love Rio. Rio's not a dog. I feel like Rio is a human in a dog's body. The way that he's like, you know what I'm saying? His mannerisms are very human-like. I remember when he was like really, really small and you could just hold him in the palm of your hands. Now he's like a He's a bigger dog now, you know what I'm saying? He's getting a little older, but that's my guy. That's my little guy. Before Rio, I had bearded dragons. I had a cat named Frisky. I had Frisky when I was like young. That was like probably like one of my first pets I've ever had, but we weren't really taking care of Frisky. I ain't gonna lie to you. We were some bad ass owners. And I feel so bad for that cat. We were living on the second floor of an apartment. And I remember I opened the balcony door. Frisky ran out to the balcony, jumped off the balcony into the forest that was across the street from us. I could not believe that. I was so hurt. I was so hurt. I love that cat to death. Even though like we weren't treating that cat right, that cat was so cool. Frisky as hell. By that name, yeah, bro was all over the place, but we weren't capable of taking care of a cat at that time. But I feel like now I could definitely take care of a cat. I could take care of a dog. Back then I was a little too young to really understand what the hell a pet needs for real. And that's just how it is, bro. I also had hermit crabs. I used to love hermit crabs. We used to get those hermit crabs all the time. Hermit crabs were actually mad cheap. Like you could get a couple of hermit crabs at this one spot that we used to go to. Like they would literally give you some hermit crabs for the frisky and say, here you go. You know what I mean? And we would always have like these cool ass shells for them where we would like go in and you could pick out what type of shell you want your hermit crab to have, because I think they'll get bigger and they'll outgrow the current shell that they're using, and then they'll go into that newer and cooler shell. So I was always obsessed with that. Like, oh yeah, we need to go and get some new shells for these crabs. A critter that I really do enjoy though are the lightning bugs. The ones that are like, they're like the flies at night and you can see like the little glow things on their backs. Yo, those things are so cool to me. I used to love them when I was younger. I don't see them that much anymore, but damn, I hope they good. You know what I'm saying? I hope they cool. I used to catch them all the time in the little jars. Used to poke the holes at the top and just watch them like light up in the jar. Oh, that was the time, man. That was a time to have for real. I used to be on that sadistic tip though, and I would like pull their lights off and I would just wear them. Bro, you pull them off, they'll still light up for like a little bit and then they'll stop lighting up. But it was the coolest thing ever. Next question. Congrats on 10K, K-Rob. I don't have any questions, but just wanted to say I enjoy the videos and I'm looking forward to more playthroughs. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for being here. What would be your ideal game? What genre, story, gameplay, actors, which games would inspire you, music, where, etc.? I love your channel. You should be really proud of yourself for hitting 10K subscribers. This is a hard question. I ain't gonna lie. It's a good question though. It's a good question. I haven't really put no thought into it for real. It's a lot that goes into like making a game too. So if I were to make a game, it would have to be a game that is a RPG. It would have to be an RPG, and it would have to be a Final Fantasy-esque type of game. It would have to be Final Fantasy mixed with like Kingdom Hearts. I'm not too sure like the actors and stuff like that. I don't know, like I'm not really too good with names and actors and stuff like that, but if I had to make a game, it would definitely be those. It have to be like those two games right there. Next question says, that is so amazing. Congrats. It's been great watching your videos since I found you through your Life is Strange playthrough a few years ago. My question for you is, what is your all-time favorite game? Not necessarily a game you played on the channel, but just in general, and why? Okay. Y'all not gonna believe me though. Like, that's the thing. Y'all not really gonna believe me if I say this. I'm gonna say two. The first one, Viva Pinata, Trouble in Paradise. How do I tell y'all, bro? It's a goated game. Viva Pinata, Trouble in Paradise. If you're cool with the whole gardening build, like base building simulation, you go romance pinatas. You feel me? So it's like, it's a cool, chill game. I love the soundtrack in that game as well. Another game that I really enjoyed, like my all-time favorite, Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 2, bro. Kingdom Hearts 2. I've played every single Kingdom Hearts game. I wish I could play that game for the first time for y'all on this channel. I swear, because it would have been so good. Oh my God, it would have been so good. The new Kingdom Hearts are going to drop though. It's dropping soon. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely gonna tap into that. I'm gonna have to do like a whole playthrough of Kingdom Hearts before that game come out. I ain't gonna lie. I think that's a game that I could revisit. I could definitely revisit because I was young when I beat 1 and 2. I was kind of like playing 3 on and off a little bit. I wasn't really too deep in with the story. And honestly, the Kingdom Hearts lore is kind of confusing as well. You gotta really pay attention. And I think that the brain that I have now is ready to lock in on Kingdom Hearts lore. So that might be something that we might dibble and dabble in, you feel me? Also, why Kingdom Hearts? Kingdom Hearts is just, it's beautiful, bro. The music, characters are lovable. Disney characters, like, it's like a mix of Disney, Final Fantasy came together, like, whoa. That's a dream come true for a lot of people. I ain't gonna lie to you. People already love Disney and people already love Final Fantasy. So when you combine those two together with an RPG aspect, you feel me? It's like, holy moly, this is it. This is what we've been waiting for. Next question. Congrats on your 10K, K-Rob. When I first watched you, you were at like 6K, and in so little amount of time, it's 10K. The growth is crazy, honestly. Anyway, since I'm genuinely curious if you've seen it, were there any games that made you excited to see in the Nintendo Direct? Personally, I was excited to see Splatoon Raiders, Pikuniku #2, and also 5. Okay, I didn't watch Nintendo Direct. The only thing I heard from that Nintendo Direct was Deltarune Chapter 5, I think the newest one that came out. That was the only thing that I was pretty much excited for. I haven't started Deltarune yet, as y'all already know. Plenty of y'all have been messaging me, yo, K-Rob, Deltarune tomorrow? Deltarune when? Deltarune is coming. I hate waiting for chapters. That's why I didn't play any Telltale games prior to the channel, because waiting for those episodes and stuff like that, stop it, bro. I'm not the waiter. I can't wait, bro. I really can't do it. Deltarune is probably the one game that I saw that I was like, yeah, I need to tap in. Splatoon Raiders, I wasn't really tapped in with Splatoon before that. So it's like, Splatoon, if you like Splatoon, I ain't ripping on Splatoon, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? That's your body. That's how you get down. By all means, I'm pretty sure it's a fun game with the right people or with the right mindset. The other game that you said, I have no idea what that game is. I ain't gonna lie to you. I have never heard of it. I have a Nintendo Switch somewhere, but I haven't played any games on it. The only games that I was really playing on the Switch was like Pokemon games. I played a little bit of Smash. What else did I play? Mario Kart. That's pretty much it, bro. I don't really like tap into too much Nintendo Switch games. I might see what's up with it, you know, if they tap into a little bit more stuff. I know like they're adding a lot of games that are on like PlayStation and Xbox PC. There's a lot of games that are coming to Switch. I don't know. The one game that I might buy though is Skyrim. I have Skyrim for almost every console that I have. I have Skyrim for PC. I have Skyrim on my PlayStation. I had Skyrim on the Xbox. Why did I buy Skyrim on so many different consoles? Because I love that game, bro. I love Skyrim. I love everything about Skyrim. People hate on Skyrim, but it's like, dude, you just gotta be in that mindset when you're playing Skyrim, bro. Skyrim, Fallout, like all those type of games, I could eat that up any day of the week. Any day of the week, I'll eat that up, bro. That's like the one game that I could like lose so many hours in. I swear, I could put hella hours in Skyrim. I could put hella hours in Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 4, Fallout 3, like Fallout New Vegas, 100% though. Fallout New Vegas that's my shit. Okay, next question. Oh, you really deserve it. One of my favorite channels and favorite online person for sure. I have a silly game question. If you could get a tattoo related to some game you played on the channel, what would it be? I was just thinking about this not too long ago. I ain't gonna lie, because I have no tattoos right now. I have no tattoos. This is a blank canvas, but I truly do want to get a tattoo. If it was game related, the 2 wolves for the Wolf Brothers, and like I would just be like, yeah, this is me and my brother, you know what I'm saying? But I would do that, or I would have despite everything, it's still you somewhere on me as well, because that's a beautiful ass thing to say, because yeah, despite everything, it is still me. Like, despite everything, bro, it's still me. It's still me. I went through some crazy hardships, but dude, I did not let that affect me. I ain't let that dim my light. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, maybe I was down for a little bit, but I never stayed down. I always got back up. And that's something that I could always thank discipline for, bro. Discipline, determination, whatever you call it. It's the most beautiful thing, most beautiful saying ever. And Toby Fox was in his bag when he made that Undertale, that game, bro. He was in his bag. And I'm gonna say something else too. Toby Fox is a magnificent music composer. He makes some banger music. If Toby Fox announced tomorrow that he is done making games and he is just strictly making music, I wouldn't even be mad. I wouldn't even be mad because it's like, yeah, it sucks that you're not making no more games, but please keep making the music. Dude, I think I listen to an Undertale soundtrack like damn near every day, or if not every day, every other day, bro. I be doing my workouts to Hopes and Dreams, bro. Don't even get me started with Hopes and Dreams, cause that song makes me cry, bro. That song makes me cry. It's such a beautiful song to me. And it's like, yeah, hopes and dreams, gang. Hopes and dreams for sure. But yeah, I think those are the 2 tattoos off the top of my head that I would truly get. There's probably some more that I can't think of off the top of my head, but those are the 2 that come to mind right now. This question said, I hope everything is going well for you. I often look forward to your videos because you always have such a good insight on all the stories on the games you play. What's your favorite game plot twist, and what are a few other quotes you like? Oh, favorite game plot twist? Hold on, let me think about this one. A good plot twist that still gets me to this day is probably the plot twist in BioShock 1. If anyone has ever played BioShock 1, I remember watching my stepbrother play that game a while back, like when that game first came out on the 360. I remember literally watching him play that entire game, and I was blown away at the fact that, like, I think the main character was being mind controlled the entire time or something like that, and I just couldn't wrap my head around it. I don't know, there was like this thing that was being said throughout the entire game that you didn't really like bat an eye to, but that saying throughout the entire game was, I think, actually mind controlling you the entire time. I don't know. Anyone who's played BioShock 1 though, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. A quote that has really stuck with me for a while now came from Clementine from the Walking Dead Telltale series. I think she was in the shed. She was in the shed and she was like trying to like wrap herself up and stuff like that because she had that huge cut on her. And then a zombie came through the shed, and then like she came out the shed and she took care of the zombie obviously, but she came out the shed and was like, still not bitten. That girl too cold, bro. She too cold. She too cold. That's a little girl amongst grown ass adults putting belt to ass like that. I don't know. Clementine, she's so cool to me. She's such a cool individual, man. I hate the whole comparison between Ellie and Clementine because it's like, why do we act like 2 goats can't coexist? Why are we acting like that right now? Because these 2 are goats. They are goats within their own selves. Do you feel me? I still think about that. Still not bitten. Man, like, because yeah, it's true. I'm still not bitten. After all that, I'm still not bitten. I'm a little ass kid and I'm putting in that work. You feel me? And the thing is, there was so much going on in that scene. Going from, you know, stitching yourself up from the little dog bite to having a walker come through the shed and still being able to manage that. Me personally, I'm folding.
Damn, son.
I'm folding. I'm too worried about the pain I'm in with the dog bite. Now I gotta worry about this damn walker coming through. I think I'm cooked. I ain't gonna lie. I think there's too much going on in my mind. I'm going to mess up. I'm going to mess something up in the process of trying to save myself. You feel me? This question says, congratulations, man. You deserve blessings in abundance, truly. Your empathy and energy is a joy to see. Truly the best YouTuber I've found in a hot minute. Oh, thank you. Hope you can keep doing your motherfucking thing. I'm gonna keep lurking. My question is, how are you doing, really? Know you had a few big things happen recently with the move and friend situation. Hope you all good though. Man, it sucks. It definitely does suck. I still think about it here and there, but man, ever since I like X those people out of my lives, the quality of life went up. It sucks. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Change sucks. It does. It can be cool sometimes, but this kind of change, it did suck. It took me a minute to embrace it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to embrace it, but sometimes you got to. Sometimes change is worth it. It's worth the change, bro. And I feel like the move to like a new spot, and it's much better than where I was at. Most of the time when I was recording in that apartment, there was a lot going on. I just had like settings on where you couldn't really hear a lot that was going on around me. I think the upstairs neighbor was like schizophrenic. So like they were going through some stuff while I was recording, like a lot of banging, yelling. The management of the building, they told me like, yo, yeah, we had to kick him out because dude was schizophrenic. If you got some stuff going on with you, I'm not here to judge, but it did get annoying at times where I'm just trying to sleep and randomly at 3 a.m., bro, buddy upstairs is going crazy, going bonkers. And I'm like, dude, I'm filing like complaints and stuff like that. They're like, okay, we'll call him. We'll make sure everything's cool. This, that, and the third. It just got to a point where bro kept me up to like 4 a.m. I couldn't go to sleep. Got work the next day. So I'm like, yo, listen, if we can't do nothing about buddy upstairs, I'm ending my lease. I'm finding somewhere else. So they got rid of bro upstairs, but I just wanted to move, bro. I just wanted like a whole different type of scenery. I just needed something different. I lived outside of a busy street, so there was like honking cars going back and forth 24/7. I just needed more peace and quiet. I needed to feel safe within my own home. Sometimes when I'll be recording, I'm like making sure like, hey, anybody at my door or something like that. Like I'm always on survival mode and I hated it. I hate being on survival mode. I feel like I've been in survival mode for the majority of my life. You know what I'm saying? So having this moment, having this apartment is such a change of life. Huge quality of life upgrade. Xing out my friends that were not truly my friends for real. That has been also a blessing in disguise as well. Even if I feel like, yo, I wish we could all be cool again and this and that, but it is what it is. My path and their path are two different things. We veered off and that's fine. Sometimes you're going, you know what I'm saying? You're going to veer off from people. Not everyone is meant to be in your life for, you know, the rest of your life. Sometimes people are going to be there for a certain chapter of your life and then the next chapter, they're gone. It is what it is, man. Like that's just life at the end of the day. All I can control is me and keep doing that inner work. I'm not going to sit here and chase people like, nah, because they're gonna have their own thoughts and they're gonna perceive me however they want to perceive me. I'm not here to change however people look at me. You know what I'm saying? If you look at me a certain way and you think that about me, okay, however you perceive me, that doesn't mean that's me. That's how I see it. But I'm doing all right. Truly, I feel at peace when I am here. Whether it sounds like, oh, he's bullshit, like, nah. I told y'all, like, this is my exposure therapy. I used to struggle with having conversations with people. My first ever commentary video on my other channel that I had unlisted, bro, I'm telling you, we gotta sit down and go back down memory lane because those are some stepping stones that I had to overcome. And I love going back to that video and seeing like how far I really came because I could not even form a sentence. I was like jumbling over my words. Like it was just everywhere. It's tough. But once you put in the reps, repetition, things start to make sense. It starts to click and it just makes things a lot easier. Instead of me viewing it as me speaking to 10,000 people, I'm viewing it as a one-on-one or two-on-one. However, like, you know, we just chilling on the couch playing the game and we just chit-chatting, you know, we just kick back relaxing. That's how I'm looking at it. Like I would just do it with any other homie. That's what makes it easier for me. I really do. Thank you for asking this question too, because not a lot of people ask. And sometimes it makes you feel good when people ask like, yeah, how you doing? Like, you good? Like, that makes me feel like, yeah, people do care. I wouldn't even say something. Most of y'all be checking in on your boy, and I appreciate that for sure. This question said, congratulations. I don't comment much, but I watch every video you post, and I want to thank you for being one of my comfort YouTubers. Can't wait to see how much more the channel grows in the years to come. Now, for the question, out of all the games you've played on your channel so far, what are your top 3 and why? Let's just get this one out the way. Number 1, Life is Strange 2. Life is Strange 2 is that brother bond that I could really get behind. There's something about that trope that really gets me going. My brother's 19. I have so much love for that boy. Ever since he came out the womb, and I was able to hold him, that kid lit up my life. Like he lit me up so much, bro. At a time where I was like in the dark, in the shadow, he gave me purpose. He gave me a reason to keep going and to be a better version of myself. I'm not perfect, but I want to be an example for this kid. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure this kid knows like, yo, this is how you're supposed to treat this like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just have some respect, have some manners coming into the stuff, because honestly, the red pill stuff that be going around in this world, I can't really get behind it. It's not me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, it makes my skin crawl And I refuse to have my brother fall down that path. So I'm trying to like make sure he's, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna do what he wants at the end of the day, but I wanna make sure he knows like, yo, don't be like them, be yourself, man. Like be who you are. They are low-key miserable and they're trying to make other people around them miserable as well, because that's just the life they live. That's what they spew. They spew that miserable stuff out their mouth. So it's like, I don't want you to go down that path and sell yourself too short, because this kid is a freaking, I love him. I love that kid. I love him. I love him so much. I would die for him any day of the week, any day. And that's something that I will say anytime. I'm not afraid to say that. He says I inspired him, but he don't understand how much he's inspired me. I'll cherish that boy for the rest of my life. Another game, Omori. Omori made me realize like friendship and stuff like that. It made me realize like my worth. That was, bro, I have so many like games on this channel that has really like changed the frequency of my brain, bro. Like Omori is another one. I say even Undertale. Like those 3 games really tapped into me. They really tapped in, bro. The Last of Us 2 was really good story-wise. It made me feel a lot as well too. It helped me deal with some grief that I was dealing with at the time of playing that game as well. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, the times that I played these games, I was going through a lot of stuff. Like I was like fighting mental battles, but I swear these games and these stories, they make me feel like, okay, there is still hope. There's still some possibility. You know what I'm saying? Like these stories that these companies be making or whatever, they have some good stories. Toby Fox, great storytelling. Omo Cat, those people over there making Omori and stuff, like y'all got some great stories. Life is Strange 2, great stories. Life is Strange 2 got some current events in that game that people still don't understand, bro. It's so mind-boggling that we are living in Life is Strange 2. They're saying like, oh, it's too woke. Too woke? We're living it. We are living that, bro. It's never too woke, bro. It's never too woke. I hate when people say, oh yeah, this is too woke. You're too woke. What? Just because I have some type of emotion, just because I'm having empathy, I'm too woke? Get out of here, man. Like that whole propaganda, that agenda, I'm not falling for it. I'm really not falling for it, because God forbid I want to be a human being that feels every emotion wholeheartedly. I want to feel it. I want to know that I'm alive. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to walk around here, chat GPT and AI bots. I really do enjoy stories that I could wholeheartedly relate to. You know, like I've lived experiences like that. I've lived experiences within Life is Strange 2, still living that. The Last of Us 2, I'm also like dealing with that type of grief as well. Like I get it, I understand it. Grief is weird. It's so, people grieve in different ways. And seeing how Ellie and Abby were grieving, it's like, come here, y'all, give me a hug. Like it's on that type of tip. And then Omori is very special. Omori is very special. Omori made me realize that like your friends, the people you are calling friends, they aren't really your friends and they don't have your best interest in mind. That's why I made a whole video about grieving people who are still alive. Y'all went crazy on that video. I was just speaking, I was just talking. After I was done with one of the episodes for Omori, I think it was like the second to last video I made that video, I was like, no, I have to talk about this game in some way, shape, or form, because like I'm feeling some way about it. I gotta speak about it. So that's how that all went down. That game is an experience in itself. Next question says, congrats, so deserved. I wanted to know what game has impacted you the most and that you still think about today. I'm excited for your future videos. Same thing, man. Like I know like some of these questions, they're gonna get the same answer, but we haven't really played a lot of games, but those games are really like they hit home for me. They definitely hit home. So I would definitely say Life is Strange 2, Omori, Undertale. Those 2 games have really like, oh my gosh, they opened my heart. They opened my heart out. And it's like, I have so much love. That proved to me that, yo, I got so much love to give. I have so much love. I really, truly do. Even in the days where I feel like the world is just, it's heavy on my shoulders type of deal, I still feel like I have love to give. I still do. And I think that's just me. That's just me as a person. I don't think I'll ever change. I will never allow myself to change. I won't do it, because love is strength, bro. Love is strength. I don't have to be the strongest person in the room. I don't gotta be like physically strong. I don't gotta be none of that. I don't have to be. As long as I bring the love to the table, I'm unstoppable. I am unstoppable. Holy moly, I'm unstoppable. Love is so damn powerful. Love in any form of love, bro. And not even like love as in like, you know, relationship, romantic love, like just love for anything, bro. Being able to breathe this air, love, like I love that. I love being able to just move around. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just love like dancing, being goofy. Like, I just love it. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love who I am. I love who I'm becoming. And it's like, y'all are watching the process too as it goes. And I hope y'all are applying that to your lives as well, bro. Like, life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. It all depends how you're viewing it. You have to view it and romanticize it, bro. You have to. If you're willing to live on this rock, you have to romanticize your life. You have to. All this fear mongering stuff that goes on in the world, that's BS, man. That's BS. You don't need it. You don't need it. Just make sure you stay true to yourself and do that inner work. Love yourself, love the others around you, love the people who love you. You using love as a way to navigate throughout this life. Love is a super weapon. It's a weapon that a lot of people can't handle. Only the chosen ones can handle that type of love. This question says, what are your top 3 games you played this year? If you were transported into the situations premise of these games, what do you think your actual realistic reaction would be? Okay, I'm trying to think of the games that we played this year. Honestly, I think Undertale Pacifist Route would be like the ideal life to live in, because I'm cool with all the people in the underground, right? And I get to see Papyrus all the time. Man, I think I would definitely live in Undertale, but it would have to be that pacifist route. It would definitely have to be that type of route. I wouldn't do it in the neutral route because that's the route that I unalive Torio. Torio is alive in the pacifist route. Everybody's alive in the pacifist route. So all the people that I'm cool with, I got my homies with me. So it's like, I ain't really too worried about it. I think definitely the Undertale Pacifist route would be the game that I would enjoy being in for real. This question says, congrats K-Rob, you deserve it. I'm always recommending your channel to people. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. Forgot my question. LOL. Is there any game you played before your channel that you wish you could play again for the first time on camera? Of course you can always replay and I'd watch, not gonna lie, but it'll never be the same as a true first playthrough. Kingdom Hearts. I wish that I could play that for the first time on this channel for y'all. I wish I could. I wish I could, bro. I really, truly wish I could. I can play it, but it won't be like you say, like it won't be the first time. But I feel like we can definitely enjoy that game and we can really get into that game like it is the first time. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think we can actually do that. We can actually do that. So definitely the Kingdom Hearts series for sure. Either the Kingdom Hearts series or Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII, because I know the new Final Fantasy VII game is coming out. So yeah, Final Fantasy VII and Kingdom Hearts, definitely. This question says, congrats mate, so deserved. Sort of a 2-part question. Where is the one place on this earth that you would love to visit? And I think someone else asked that, but it's Japan for sure. And one video game world or place you'd love to visit. Congrats again. I'll still be here when you hit your first mil. Okay, so a place that, that's a good question. Great question. To be honest with you, I was just thinking about this too. It would have to probably be Haven Springs from Life is Strange True Colors, Colorado. I think that's where it was at. Yeah, Colorado, I believe. That place right there seems like a place that I could just hunker down and just enjoy the spot, bro. So beautiful, scenery's amazing, small little place. You know, you could like, it's walking distance to everything, to be honest with you. Little town, everybody knows each other. I don't know if I'll be cool with everybody knowing each other, because like then everybody would know everyone's business type of deal. But just the scenery of it, of everything, the colors, it's just a beautiful spot, man. Colorado, that's a spot in the US I wouldn't mind visiting for real. I would love to visit Colorado and just seeing the mountains. Some of y'all, bro, I've been seeing some people be living in these cities with like a mountain skyline in the background. And I'm sitting there like, oh, bro, I would never be in the house if I had a mountain skyline. I got skyscrapers as my skyline, but mountains? Dude, That's just beautiful in my book. This question says, congrats on the milestone. I'm glad to see firsthand someone so deserving is making their passion come to fruition. My question for you is, what food or drink from a game you've played looks the most appetizing and why? I like this question. It's a good question too. Probably Monster Hunter. Like Monster Hunter World or Wild or both. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't played one of those. I haven't played yet, but there was a Monster Hunter game that I played and you could like make dishes in the game, and the way that they were making the dishes and how they were presenting the dishes, I was like, bro, I just want to like go into the screen and just grab that plate. It looks so damn good. A drink, I'm not too sure, but the food aspect, Monster Hunter, 100%. Do you have any fictional or celebrity crushes? What YouTuber do you want to collab with? If you do, congrats on 10K. I'm gonna answer both of these. So do you have any fictional or celebrity crushes? Not currently. I'm not really like too deep in on celebrities or like, you know, those type of crushes. Fictional, we can get into some fictional. I remember when I was younger, first time seeing Anne Hathaway in The Princess Diaries. Bro, literally, I thought she was like a real princess. Like, I really thought like, hold on, where is she? Because she is beautiful. beautiful. I was like, yo, girls got cooties. I was one of them, like, cooties. Once I seen Anne Hathaway in The Princess Diaries, I was like, I want some of those cooties. Oh. Like, that was probably my awakening right there. I was like, dude, she looks so good. What YouTuber do you want to collab with? I am very, 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 very strict. I'm a strickler. I'm a strickler when it comes to collabs because I need to know if we align. You know what I'm saying? If our ideologies align. I can't collab with anyone, just anybody. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. We gotta be on the same wavelength. We gotta be able to bounce off each other. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be able to have the same, or if not close to the same beliefs in a lot of things. I'm very strict when it comes to protecting my own energy as well and protecting y'all's as well too. I don't wanna just bring someone on the channel I feel like isn't, you know, isn't worthy. I just think there's a lot of people in this world who aren't doing this for a good cause. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me as a person. I would love to be able to collab with people, but I don't know what people's motives are for real. It would take me like probably a couple of conversations with people or the person that I'm trying to collab with to really, you know, gauge on what type of person you are, because I don't want to just bring anybody onto the channel. I would love to collab though one day. If I do collab with anybody, I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments. Who do y'all think would be a good collab for this channel? And I'll like do some research or like just check them out a little bit and see if they're like up my alley for real. And who knows, maybe sometime in the future, we might do a little surprise collab with them or whatever. I don't know, bro. I'm very, very protective of myself and the people around me, which is y'all too. You feel me? I want to make sure that whoever I'm collabing with represents us, me and you, in a good fashion, because we definitely gonna represent. That's how we do it around here. You know what I'm saying? We represent ourselves well, and we try our best to represent others well. But if they not coming with that, you feel me, with that work, it is what it is, bro. This person asked, when did you realize you wanted to be a YouTuber? I think the moment I realized people are actually not here for the content. Like, they're not here for the game, or they're not here for the manga I'm reading or the anime I'm reacting to. When people were saying that they were here because of me, I'm just chill, they will watch anything that I post on this channel or the other channels, like, damn. So people actually think I'm cool. It makes me feel good knowing that I'm doing some good in this world by making a video and people are like, oh yeah, this video brightens up my day. That's the calling. Like, that's all I need. That's all I need to know, is that I can impact someone's life like that, to have them, if they feel like this is their last day, I have to be able to make sure that they give me one more day. If you can give me one more day, that's all I need. That's all I need, bro. And that's all you need. Give yourself one more day. Because you could be having the worst day of your life. You could be having the absolute worst day of your life. And this not even your 13th reason no more. We on your 15th. Oh. We on your 15th reason right now. But tomorrow might be that day. It might be that day everything does a 180 for you. You can get hit with the best news ever. The best news ever, bro. Something that you've been waiting for damn near your entire life. And it's just right there tomorrow. But you stopped too short because of this one day. This one day that just was it for you. But tomorrow might be that day where it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just a whole thing, whole switch. I think that's the main thing too. It's like, if you're able to change someone's perspective like that, I think you're doing what you're supposed to be doing in this world as a person. If you can keep having people believe in themselves and believe that there's something greater than what the hell they're going through right now, I think that is the main thing, bro. That's everything to me. That's everything. So if I could do that by doing YouTube and just having conversations with people, playing the game, you know what I'm saying, and like interacting with people, that's what made me feel like, yeah, I need to become a YouTuber. There's too many people on YouTube that is spewing a lot of like hateful things. I know there's a lot of people too who are like not too religious, but you're religious. Some people might be strictly like they don't care about religion. Like, I get that. The people who come in and like they'll type the little, hey, I'm Christian, the way that you're speaking about, you know, the LGBTQ, like it's not right and stuff like that. It makes me think, it's like, I was born in a Christian household as well, but the way that I view it, the way that, you know, me and my God view love is respect, bro. It's through respect. And I think that religion is a very, very powerful tool. It's a powerful tool, and it can be used by people in a good way or also a bad way. Not everyone who is spewing that stuff is doing it for a good cause. You have to realize what you're spewing out. Your words that you're using are also a weapon. It's a tool. It's like, you have to realize that too. So the stuff that you're saying online or you're saying to people, words hurt because they're used as weapons. Like, it's a weapon, bro. It's used in politics all the time. People use their words as weapons to hurt other people. It's the same thing with religion too. I personally think that religion is a very, very powerful tool when it's in the right hands. It has to be in the right hands though. Just like a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff has to be in the right hands of people in order for people to really understand what you're talking about. Because if you're just saying like, okay, I am Christian and my God says I shouldn't be doing it. I shouldn't be like, you shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing that. It's like, okay, I'm Christian too, but that's not what my God says. So you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't just say that everyone's bad because your God says this is bad. It's like, people got their own beliefs. People have their own relationships with their God. So it's like, religion is a tool. It's only should be used for a good cause, never to spew hate, never to spew like discomfort on people and stuff. Like, it shouldn't be used like that. Use it in a good way, use it in a good shape or form. I've seen people all the time who are super religious use it in very, very good senses. They use it for the right cause. They accept everybody and anybody. Super religious people, by the way. So anytime people come in the comments and talk like that, I just know the life gotta be miserable. Because how are you living like that? If you are about peace and love, why do you exclude these people? That's just me, bro. That's just me personally. So whenever like you come into my comments and saying that, you're immediately getting blocked. Because at the end of the day, you're still spewing hate. You're still spewing it. You're not using your tool properly. You're not using it properly. And you think you are, but you're really not. To sum it all up, that's literally why I wanted to be a YouTuber, bro. I just wanted to make sure people are cool. People are able to push on, whether they're going through some hardships. Because look, trust and believe, bro, I've been through plenty of hardships in my life. Not trying to compare struggles, but I do empathize with a lot of people who are struggling. I do empathize, bro. I really truly do, because it is tough. I don't blame people for giving up. I don't blame. Life is fucking hard. It's fucking ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous if it's not already. There's some people out there that just can't handle it, and I understand. I truly do understand. But I'm here to also make sure, like, yo, give it one more day. Give it at least. I know you've been going through some bull, but please give me one more day, bro. And that's why I gotta keep showing up. I keep showing up. Like, I have yet to miss a day on my schedule. I don't want to miss a day. If I do miss a day, I'll obviously let y'all know, but I'll never leave y'all in the silent though. I'll never leave y'all in the silent. It will always be a post about, yo, I can't make this, video, because I understand people are waiting. People are waiting for a video. This is like their daily routine, bro. They want to see NotAyoKRob vid. That makes them feel cool. That makes them feel good. So I get it. I understand, bro. I trust and believe. I understand every single one of y'all. This question said, congrats on 10K. I just found your channel like a week ago, but I really liked watching your gameplays and enjoy your commentary. This milestone is well deserved, and I'm excited to see you and your channel grow more. What game made you fall in love with playing video games or sparked your interest in them? And how do you feel about the upcoming Life is Strange TV series? Not sure if I can ask 2 questions, but the main one is the first one. Okay, I'm gonna answer both of those, by the way. So the first one, what sparked my interest in games, what made me fall in love with gaming? There wasn't a game that made me fall in love with gaming, but there was a person that made me fall in love with gaming. My mom was a huge gamer. Back when like the PlayStation 1 was like, that's when I was like able to just sit down and really watch her play. She never really let me play the games for real, because the games that she played was like kind of like GTA-esque type of games, you feel me? So she was like on that hardcore side. But I would say like watching her play the games, and that was like a good bonding session with my mom. Just seeing her like play the games and seeing her love for it, her passion for it. You know what I'm saying? I remember the first game I ever truly played was a racing game. It was called Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. The first ever game where I picked up a controller and just played it. No objective, just racing, driving around and stuff like that. I loved it. I love the cars. I love the scenery of where I was driving. I don't like racing games now. I really don't. I truly don't. But back then when I was like coming up, it made me realize like, yo, nah, this is a really great way to escape. Like, I don't know how to drive, but I'm driving and I'm somewhere in a different country right now, just cruising around, getting chased by police and stuff. But it was cool, and it just took off from there. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I would really I might have been into games, but not as early as I was when I was watching my mom play. Seeing how much she was in love with gaming, it was like, damn, this is like an escape. This is an escape for people. And I truly see that now. This is an escape for me from all the BS that's going on outside in this world, bro. Gaming has saved me. Gaming has saved my life. I could be outside right now, getting into some shit that I shouldn't be getting into right now. Gaming kept me home, kept me out of the streets. Gaming kept me in them books when it came down to school. Even though I hated studying, I hated it. But my mom would always be like, yo, if you do your thing on this test or you study, we can go to GameStop or whatever the game spot was, you feel me? I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah. But it kept me motivated, man. Gaming is it's beautiful. I don't know where I would be without gaming and music. Plug. Gaming and music, man, what a combo. And how do I feel about the upcoming Life is Strange TV series? I like the cast. I've seen the cast a little bit. The casting seems cool. I think they got something there, bro. Like, they could really do something with that. They don't have to follow the story one for one, but I feel like they would do the game justice if they adapted it like that. They were doing it with The Last of Us, but I couldn't get into the second season for real. I couldn't do it. I couldn't really do it. Not saying like the people who, you know, the actors and actresses, like, not saying they weren't good. It's just like the way that they were going with the story, it just didn't add up with the game for me, and it kind of like took me out of it. Season 3 too, it's like, I don't know, when season 3 come out, I don't know if I might tap in like in a couple episodes, but I'm not gonna like be waiting like, oh my god, next ep, like, I don't know, bro. I got high hopes for the Life is Strange one though. I feel like they could really do a great job with the Life is Strange adaptation for sure. This question says, congrats on almost 10K. Thank you for the great quality content you put out and for being yourself and inspiring us to keep doing whatever gives us joy, like how we could be kicking stones and someone could still find it. Wait, you remember me saying that? Cause yeah, that's true. The year is 2041 and the video game characters have come to life, overpopulating the earth. Now, every human has to adopt one video game character as their child. Who do you adopt? I'm adopting Daniel, my telekinesis brother. I'm going to adopt him quickly. Can I adopt another person? I'm adopting Clementine. I'll do that. Bro, Clementine and Daniel, bruh. I think that would cook. That would cook for sure. We would have such an amazing time. And I know for a fact Clementine would take care of Daniel. Even though Daniel has powers, it would be vice versa. Daniel would take care of Clementine, Clementine would take care of Daniel. Perfect. It's the perfect combo, bro. It's definitely the perfect combo. They might be like at each other's necks a couple times, but they will somehow come together again and just, bro, they would take over. They would just take over, bro. This question says, congrats. If you could ask your future self any one question, what would it be? Did you embrace the change? Did you stay true to yourself? Are you still waking up every morning and showing up? Are you satisfied with the outcome of things? Like, there's so many questions I would ask myself, but the main one is, are you embracing the change? You're not. Are you shying away from it, or are you stepping into it? But I would want to make sure that I'm building off of the foundation that I currently have. Like, I don't want to tear down anything that I've built for this long. I just want to remain building on top of it, bro. This is building blocks at the end of the day. This question says, what's your favorite type of game to play? One with lots of combat and action, one with more emotional story, etc. Congratulations, by the way. Thank you. My favorite type of game, honestly, if you could add in some, like, a lot of combat, like good combat mechanics, good action sequences, and put in a little bit of an emotional, like, you could put in both. If you could, like, combine both of those together, emotional story, smooth combat, good action sequences, I'm sad. I'm sad, bro. I'm sad. Because it's a good mix. It's a good mix of either it's very emotional as in sadness, happiness, or combat, good action. It's always gonna make me feel like, yeah, let's go. If you watch the God of War episodes, you see how I get down when it comes to like fighting and stuff like that. I'm over here making sound effects like boom, 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 boom. Like, I'm going crazy. Like, I'm actually like, you could feel the pain that Kratos be putting on these boys. So it's like, yeah, it feels good. It's like a stress reliever. But there's also moments in that game too where it's like, damn, this shit is deep. You know what I'm saying? So if you could like mix together both, The Last of Us does a great job of that too with the combat. There's a lot of moments in The Last of Us, as we all know, that are very emotional, but the combat sequences are really good too. They did a great job with the combat and the action sequences in that game. So it made it very enjoyable for me to, like, you know, sit through and play the game, because it wasn't always just emotional story. There was always a combination of the both. So I was always deep in. I love those type of games. I love when games can do that, where they can like integrate both and have like a good balance of both. You know what I'm saying? Not one where it's just like strictly action. Sometimes I get action fatigued, bro. Oh. And sometimes I get emotional story fatigued. You know, after I play like a sad story game, I gotta take a break. Because like I'm still mentally drained from it. So when people are like, yo, K-Rob, you gotta play Deltarune after Undertale, it's like, I would love to, but I personally can't bring myself to do that right now. If I'm going to cry, bawl my eyes out in Deltarune, bro, I just got done with Undertale. I bawled my eyes out in Undertale, and I know for a fact Deltarune gonna do it to me. So it's like, I gotta also prepare myself at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure up here is all good, and in here is all good. You feel me? This question says, what's your favorite joke? Okay, let me think. Oh, what is yellow and dangerous? I'm gonna give y'all a second. A baby chick with a machine gun. This question says, I have no idea what to ask, so I will ask something impossible. What was the first website you ever visited? Oh my gosh, the first ever website. The first time I was ever like on a computer at home, I remember when we first got a computer, like it was like the home computer where everyone could use the computer. The first website I ever got on was this website called IMVU. If you know about IMVU, them chat rooms, man, like, I miss those IMVU days. I used to love IMVU. There was one called IMVU. There was another one I used to play. I used to play Maple Story a lot. There's another one that I used to play. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but they were like kind of blocky characters. I think it was like Hobbies? Nah, not Hobbies. Did I just say hobbies? Wait, what? I can't remember, but there was another website too called xat.com exact. I don't know if that's like the right name for it, but I used to be on this website all the time, and it was like a chat room website, right? But there were like certain servers and chat rooms where you could like you could RP as like an anime character or something like that. And I was like role playing as anime characters, and you could fight people, but the way that you would fight people was by like typing. You had to type out the attacks before the person you're fighting types out their attack. So that's how I got better at typing, was being in those chat rooms and just fighting people, bro. I remember I used to play as Sasuke from Naruto. I used to play as Neji from Naruto. Like all these characters from Grimmjow from Bleach. Like I used to play as all these characters. And like, if I didn't know their moveset, I would look up the Wikipedia of the character that I'm playing as and see like what movesets they had. Like I would know their movesets, but I wouldn't know all of them because I wanted to make sure like I had every single moveset. So these were some good times, bro. I will say it. So yeah, I would have like a different page of all their movesets, and I would just like, you would have to like role play it out. So you would have to say like, you would have to like speak out of character, like not out of character, but oh man, it would be like third person. You would have to be speaking in third person while you're fighting. So it would be like Sasuke raises his hands and hits the, I don't know, does a sign and fireball come out like, At the time, it sounded cool. Like it was a cool concept. But now that I'm older and like looking back on it, it's like, man, none of those people were actually typing all that out. They just had like a notepad out on a different like browser or something and just copying and pasting it in the chat box. It's like, dude, that's not the whole point of it. You have to be able to type fast in order to get your attacks out. You can't just copy and paste what you want to do, because sometimes like they'll copy and paste it and they'll ignore what you typed. So that's how you know like, okay, they're copying and pasting and stuff. So it was never fair for real, but it is what it is. The other person has to be able to be willing to RP it. You know, they're over there power hungry and they can't take a loss. So it is what it is with that. But that was like, those were like my first websites that I would like interact with for real. This question says, I'm so proud of you, my twin. I love you so much. You deserve all the success and more. 10K soon, 20K on the horizon. My question, if you could pick a video game character whose fate you could change, who would it be and why? The one person that I would change the fate of is probably Abby's dad from Life is Strange 2. I would try like to find a way to keep him alive, or like talk Joel out of killing him, because I feel like if I was able to do that, then Joel would still be alive. Ellie would still have Joel. Ellie wouldn't be going through that whole spiral of getting revenge. Abby as well. Like a lot of people were collateral damage to the whole incident between Joel and Abby's dad. And I feel like if I was able to save Abby's dad, you know what I'm saying, prevent all that went down, there might have been a better outcome. If I was able to get Abby's dad to explain, like, yeah, this might not be a possibility, like there might not be a way for us to save Ellie. Ellie might die in this process. So let's ask Ellie if she's cool with that. If she's not cool with that, all right, well, we tried. Maybe there's somebody else out there that, you know, that we can find. But there's that, bro. I just didn't want, I like Joel. I know Joel isn't like the Saints for real. Like he's not a good person, but in that type of scenario, bro, the moral compass is kind of iffy, bro. Right and wrong, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like what could have been right in that moment could have been wrong for someone else, and vice versa. You know what I mean? So I just wish I knew what would happen if Joel never killed Abby's dad. Would Joel still be alive? I don't know. Speculations. Okay, I know I didn't get to everyone's comment. I do truly apologize. I thank you all for participating. If there is a question though that you really want me to answer, I'll still answer questions in the comments. I'm gonna answer like whatever questions y'all got, man. Whatever questions y'all got. I know they got like the little voice memo now. You can like voice memo comments now. So if y'all got any questions, you know, appropriate questions, I'll do my best to answer every single one of them. You know what I'm saying? This was fun. I really enjoyed this. I'm glad that a lot of y'all participated too. This will not be the last time. We got plenty more milestones ahead of us and better milestone videos. I don't know what I want to do for the next milestone. When we hit that 50K, something crazy gotta happen. We gotta do something out of the ordinary. You know what I mean? So this was just kind of like a, hey, we made it, 10K, you feel me? So thank y'all so much for sticking with me throughout this entire journey. If you were here since the first Life is Strange video, or even before that, the first Little Nightmares video, y'all are the backbone, bro. Y'all kept me going. And if you're new here, bro, y'all are so real for that too. I'm glad to have y'all here. I'm really glad to have y'all here because y'all really mean a lot too. Even if you think you're new here, I know I've seen a lot of y'all comments saying like, hey, I'm new here and stuff like that. That don't matter. You're here. You're here now. That's what matters the most to me. And I appreciate every single one of y'all for coming through. You know what I'm saying? Y'all always come through for me. And that means I gotta always come through for y'all, bro. That's just how it is. That's the exchange. You know what I'm saying? Like, you coming through, I'ma come through. That's just me as a person. That's me being disciplined. I gotta show up. I gotta keep showing up. And I will keep showing up until I can't no more. Until I cannot no more, bro. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. So thank y'all so much for tuning in to the first milestone vid. This was fun, bro. This was fun. I enjoy the talking head videos. If y'all have not noticed yet, I kind of want to do more of these. I said I was gonna do more like check-ins and stuff like that. See what I wanted to do another good news video. We still gotta we gotta do a part 2 on that. There's a lot of stuff that I want to do, but it all has to align. The stars have to align, and it's gotta all fall into place, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of y'all want me to play games that y'all have been recommending, and you think I'm not seeing it. You think I'm not like reading the comments and stuff like that, not seeing the games, bro. I got a whole list of games that I gotta play, but like I said, it all gotta fall into place. And it's got to be a time and place for it. You feel me? It's got to be a time and place for it, but we got nothing but time. You know what I'm saying? We got nothing but time. I don't want y'all to ever think that I'm ignoring or I don't want to play a game that you're recommending. Sometimes I'll like look up the game and it might not be up my alley. And that is what it is, bro. That's how it goes sometimes. But most of the time, I will say like y'all have been doing a pretty great job of recommending games that are very interesting to me. So keep doing it. And if I haven't played a game that you want to see on the channel, keep spamming it. Unless it's Deltarune. If it's Deltarune, I promise you we will play Deltarune, y'all. We will play Deltarune. Like I said, it might not be soon, but it's gonna get played. But yeah, anytime I ask for like recommendations on the videos, please feel free. Keep dropping games in the comments, man. Keep dropping them games, bro, because it really does help me out. It helps me out truly to see like what y'all want to see for real. Anyways, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the 10K Q&A. I hope y'all have a wonderful day or night wherever you are on purpose, man. Stay cheerful. Stay motivated. And stay blessed, y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace.